Agriculture crop diseases and their control. Crop diseases and their control. Disease. It is a condition that interferes, impairs, or disturbs the normal performance of an organism. A disease is a deviation from good health. Harmful effects of crop diseases. Lowers crop yield. Poor quality products hence reduce market value. They cause food poisoning by producing toxic substances such as Aspergillus flavus in maize produces aflatoxin, ergot in wheat and barley causes nerve endings. Increase the cost of production. Classification of plant diseases. Of fungal diseases. They are either parasitic or saprophytic. This gives rise to the following categories. Obligate parasitic fungi. They completely depend on other living organisms for food. They are found in plant pots such as leaves, roots, stems, fruits, etc. Facultative parasitic fungi. They can live on both the living and dead tissues. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. The fungi are parasitic and feeds by sending short hyphae called haustoria into the cells of the host. Haustoria absorb plant nutrients, manufacture food from the plant cells, resulting in the death of the cell. The fungi reproduce by spore formation, which are dispersed by wind and raindrops. It spreads very quickly during warm, moist conditions. Symptoms. Rapid drying of the leaves forming dry patches, necrotic lesions on leaves and fruits. Effective fruits appear rotten and fall off prematurely. Control. Spraying with Bordeaux mixture and other copper-based fungicides. 2. Wasps. Cause Buccinia spp. They attack the leaves and stems of most cereal crops. P. Sorghum. P. Gramineas. Maize. Symptoms. Affected leaves have red to brown pustules, hence reduced photosynthetic, are in low yields. Crops appear rusty. Control. Spraying with Bordeaux mixture and other copper-based fungicides. 3. SMUS. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. U. Nude. Wheat. U. Maize. This produces large number of black spores, which forms black masses on maize tassels and maize cob. Control. Hot water treatment of the seeds. Use of certified seed crop rotation. Field hygiene, e.g., roguing and proper disposal of previous crop residue. 4. Coffee berry disease, CBD. Cause Caulotophecum. It attacks the flowers, leaves, and berries. Flowers and leaves have dark brown spots. Spots on leaves develop along the margin and later spread to the rest of the leaf, causing defoliation. The disease attacks both green and ripe berries. Attack green berries fail to form beans in a hollow. Attack ripe berries have sunken wounds and are difficult to pulp/process. Control. Spraying with appropriate copper-based fungicides. Open pruning. Resistant varieties, e.g. Ruru 11. Other fungal diseases. Damping off. Pythium spp. Powdery mildew. Root rot sour malaria spp. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. Anthracnocholototrycum and demethanum. B. Viral diseases. All viruses are parasitic and very small. They are only able to reproduce and multiply in living tissues. When outside living tissues, they form spores and cysts, which remain inactive until they get into a living tissue. They are therefore obligate parasites. Viral infections interfere with important life processes of plants such as photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration, and nitrogen utilization. Symptoms of viral infections. Leaf chlorosis, loss of chlorophyll. Leaf culling. Mosaics, production of light green patches on leaves. Malformations, distortions of plant pots, e.g., gull swellings, small leaves, etc. Resident production of abnormally short nodes, hence sanding. MB/insect vectors such as aphids and mealybug transmit viral diseases. Infected vegetative parts such as sugarcane cuttings also transmit viral diseases. Examples of viral diseases. Maize streak. Formation of white/yellow stripes on leaves parallel to midrib. Greening disease attacks leaves of citrus. Tristis attacks citrus trees. The leaves fall off and there is dying of twigs. Cassava mosaic. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. Groundnut rosette. Viral diseases are controlled by controlling the vectors. C. Bacterial diseases. Bacteria are facultative parasites. They are single-celled and microscopic. Not all bacteria are harmful. Some are beneficial to man, e.g., Rhizobium spp, which is a nitrogen-fixing bacteria. They may be transmitted through insects, wind, raindrop splashes, manures, seeds, irrigation water, cultivation implements, and pruning knives. They enter plants through openings such as stomata, lentils, and wounds. Symptoms of bacterial diseases. Wilting even when water is inadequate amount due to blockage of xylem. Cankers results into the death of plant tissues. Pore formation in the infected tissues. Bacterial blade of coffee (BBC). Cause Pseudomonas syringe. Bacteria enter plant through wounds and natural openings. It's common in areas experiencing hailstorms. Symptoms. Dark necrotic lesions with water-soaked margins on affected parts. Shoot die back. Cankers on mature bark and would killing the whole plant. Control. Spraying chemical e.g. Supinil before, during, and after the flowering periods, especially during the wet weather. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. Attack potatoes, tomatoes, and other solanaceae plants affected plants. Wilt even when the soil is moist. Leaves droop and plants eventually die. High temperature accompanied by wet conditions favor the disease. Roman 3. Black arm of cotton. Roman 4 black. Wild of cabbage. The halo blight of beans. Denutritional disorders. When crops do not get enough nutrients, deficiency symptoms appear, for example, yellowing of leaves, drying of leaves, falling of leaves, flowers and fruits, stunted growth, death. Other causes. Flooding. During flooding, ammonia may be formed. Since ammonia is toxic, it has burning effect to plants. Roman 2. Chemical. Toxic chemical compounds in the soil may be absorbed by the plants, leading to death of the plant, e.g. cyanides. Roman 3. Poor weather. Extreme day and night temperature may be injurious to the crop, e.g. very cold temperature causes frost injury in tea. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. This involves the use of crop husbandry practices that discourages the outbreak of diseases without the use of chemicals. They include planting resistant crop varieties that can withstand the effect of certain diseases without lowering the yields, e.g. lino and Roman 4 coffee. Varieties resistant to CBD. Practicing proper spacing of crop. Overcrowding results to quick spread of diseases. Use of health planting materials. Some diseases are seed-borne and can effectively be controlled by use of artificial seeds for planting. Practicing field hygiene, e.g. burning of crop residue, destroying infected plants, etc. Drying of cereals and pulses to a moisture content of 12-13% before storage. This discourages attack by mold fungi. Heat treatments of some planting materials, e.g. treating sugarcane. Cutting with water at 500 for 30 minutes control root and stunting disease effectively. Proper pruning of crop destroys a microclimate that may have encouraged buildup of diseases causing organisms. Chemical control. Agriculture crop diseases and their control. This is the application of chemical fumigants in the soil. The chemical are usually in dust or granule form and are mixed with the soil to kill soil-borne diseases causing organisms in the soil, e.g. in the control of bacterial wilt in potatoes. Advantage of chemicals. Chemical act faster in controlling diseases. Effective chemical requires less labor in application. Disadvantages of chemicals. Expensive. Requires skills in application. Toxic to humans and livestock.